As Dr. Jill Biden continues to rewrite history on her book tour across the country, she sat down with Whoopi Goldberg in New York City last night. But the interview was interrupted when a doddering elderly man in the audience, who someone forgot to check in on, approached the stage.
Oh, Joe has a question. Like you couldn't ask it later?
Who do you love most in the whole world?
Whoopi.
I thought he was going to ask, where's my applesauce? That's right. Joe Biden took the chance to make an already awkward situation even more cringy by actually hijacking the book event. And I will say, I'm a fan of subtitles in movies and TV shows. I think they were a necessity to watch that clip because I could barely understand anything he's saying. Now, Daniel, people like Scott Pelley were telling us for 4 years that that man was fit to run the free world through January 2029. Does that seem like a guy who could be president right now?
You don't want that person in the Situation Room?
Right.
No, this is why there's a lot of Democrats who are still angry with Jill Biden that she didn't tell her husband. She says in these interviews, oh, it's up to, he had to make the decision. Well, in a lot of marriages, especially in modern times, people kind of make joint decisions. And so she liked being first lady. She would not, be where she was. No one would be reading her book, View from the East Wing, which is also...
Nobody's reading her book.
Yeah.
But also, what's funny about that book title is it sounds like AI generated. View from the East Wing. This is like the most boring title I've ever heard of.
But that's sort of a fitting coda of the Biden presidency. And Mercy, we were talking about this earlier this week, and you were saying that this is a problem for just zooming in on the Biden family. She is ruining what's left of her husband's legacy. But I'm curious, what do you think Dr. Jill Biden's legacy is? Because other than disgusting clothes, I don't know what people really think about her.
The book should have been called Dr. Jill Biden's Cover-Up.
Cover-Up, yeah.
It was the cover-up of her husband. Exactly. Her husband being very sick to the point that now she admits, oh, my goodness, I thought he was having a stroke on stage, yet I'm not going to take him to the doctor. I'm not going to have him get checked by the doctors. I mean, she is ruining her husband's, reputation. Right. Not that he has a good reputation overall. But, and I kind of feel sorry for the guy. I mean, there you have Joe Biden. He can barely walk, barely speak, and yet they're putting him out there.
They're continuing to do the elder abuse to Joe Biden. Now, Dr. Jill obviously was, of course, a guest on the favorite show of leftists everywhere, Morning Joke, to explain more about her husband's disastrous debate performance. She was asked why the president was not checked out by a doctor. I thought she's a doctor. And she spilled, maybe, the truth on what went down, allegedly, after he got off stage.
We had a whole team of doctors around us. I mean, I think most Americans may not know that we have a team of I have a team of doctors around me as First Lady. Joe had a team of doctors around him. And then we got off the stage and, I went to get my stuff. He was checked out by the doctors. They said he's fine.
Alex,
He's
do
fine.
they think that we're too dumb to remember this? Because remember, they went to Waffle House. They said he had a cold, and then she said to Joe, "Good job, Joe.
You answered
every question like he's more underdeveloped than your 4-year-old."
Yeah.
What do you think? Is she being honest now? Was she being honest then? Is she lying both times? I mean, what's going on?
When she was first asked about this and she said that she had never seen him like that, she thought he was having a stroke, that it can't be honest because of what we've talked about previously, that 6 months prior, Robert Hur released his report and talked about how he would be too sympathetic of an old man to be in front of a jury because he had a memory problem. I think it either came up in the report or through the testimony in a hearing. That
she probably didn't even read the report.
Well, but,
yeah.
I mean, if
Biden
Robert Hur could see it, his wife had to.
And unless they have a marriage as loveless as Bill and Hillary Clinton, she would have seen Joe Biden.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.